think this is my favourite bit now. Hi everyone, it's Rich here, Dough Behold, Cotswold Flour Ambassador. A lot of people know me for my Sunday Sarnies, and a lot of people have asked for me to make a proper video about it. So today we're going to make a proper Sunday Sarnie. I'm going to take you through everything using my traditional Neapolitan pizza dough recipe. So you can have a look online for that. This is using my Neapolitan dough, using pizza flour, 62% hydration. This is a 270 gram dough ball. And today we're going to top it with a feast of goodies that we have here. We've got salami, we've got some nice burrata from Waitrose, we've got some homemade pesto, we've got some salt, got some oil, basil. I'm going to mix them all up and make a delicious sarnie. So here we are. So I don't know if you've seen my other dough videos, but I like to totally drench my dough ball in semola flour, like so. Sprinkle a little bit out on my work surface. Okay, so we're opening out our dough ball same way you would a pizza, but I push the air a little bit further into the crusts for my sandwiches. And I find this way you get a really nice sort of puffy lip. Looks kind of cool. But here we go. So I'm just pressing out, pressing all the air, almost to the edges this time. I'll flip it, press the air again, flip it 45 degrees. This dough here is perfectly proved now, so it just, you can open it out with minimal effort. You know when your dough is well fermented, when you can open a pizza really easily and it's not too stretchy. If it's not fully fermented, this dough will be quite elastic and it will spring back all the time. So I like to give this dough a good sort of 20 to 24 hours proving time. The longer you leave it, the more flavour it will develop and it's just better to work with. So here we go. This is looking pretty good. I might just give it a little stretch more. There we go, that's looking good. Right. Now, another thing, just pat the excess flour. So the top of your pizza that you would normally top, for my pizza sandwich, I make that my bottom. So the slightly rough underside is my interior of the sandwich. And then the outside is all pretty lovely dough. So you open out your dough. Next thing I do, I give it a little zigzag drizzle of oil. So when you fold this sandwich over, the oil helps it stop sticking together, and that's when it sort of raises up in the oven. Now at this point, you can stop with the oil or you can add a little bit extra. I like to grate a little bit of, extra grana padano in there, just because I love cheese, and this kind of melts up in the oven as it cooks, and it just adds another layer of flavour, cheesiness. And here we go. So we're ready to turn the pizza over now. Pick it up, fold it over, and gently pull the edges so you've got a nice semicircle. And there we are. And that's ready to go on the peel and into the oven. Okay, so this is now ready to go on my peel and into the pizza oven. So I'll just sprinkle a tiny bit of semola on there. Give it a little shimmy. Look at that. That's going to slide in perfectly. Looks good. Let's put it in the oven. Okay, so this has just come out of the oven, so it should be piping hot. Be careful not to burn your hands when you open it. But let's just see what's inside. Let's have a look. Oh, it's hot. Yow. Oh yeah. You ready? Oh, here we go. Look at that. So that cheese is cooked really nicely inside. You know when it's cooked because you can kind of leave it and it will stay almost open like that. So you want to top it while it's fresh. So what we'll do, get some fresh basil leaves in, pop them in there. This is your salad in the sandwich, so you know you've got to take the healthy aspects of this. And now we're going to add some salami next. This is Italian Napoli salami. It's absolutely delicious. You can get this in your local Waitrose or Tesco's, or if you've got a local deli, they'll slice it for you freshly. And it's really nice to get it freshly sliced. Obviously, you can load it up as much as you want. I think that's enough. Next, I'm going to add, we've got some burrata here. Got this from Waitrose. Again, you can get this from any local supermarket. And I think this is my favourite bit now. Just when you just get it. Oh, look at that. Squeeze it out. Let's just let that drop in. Look at that. That middle bit's the stracciatella. Just put it straight in. I love this stuff. Add a little bit there. And then I always save a little bit back just for the end. Just pop that in there. And now I'm going to add some of my homemade pesto. We'll just plop a little bit on there. Oh, look at that. Pesto-y, salami, burrata goodness. Look at that. Here we go. I think we're good. Just a couple more basil leaves on top. And I know this is silly, but because I make these for Instagram, I always like to do a squish shot. I find it so satisfying. So I always save a little bit of burrata. I just put it at the front. You can never have too much burrata. A little bit of pesto on top of there. And there we go. There we have our finished sarnie. Get a load of that. Okay, so your sandwich is ready. All that's left to do is slice it and share it. Or if you're like me, just give it a good old squish first. So here goes. Oh, I know it's a waste, but you can spoon all that back in. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's slice it and eat it. Oh, this is a monster. Look at that. Cheers. It's good. Nice Sunday Sarnies.